Hey guys, today I'm going to cook a chicken half with rice in the Instant Pot. I have half of an organic chicken here. I used last night to try this out. So this was $2.99 per pound, so it was $15.79. It was a 5.28 pound chicken. Not a bad price for organic chicken, so if you can buy them whole and cut them up on your own, it's cheaper. So what I'm going to do here is season it with some Kinder's Mild Barbecue Rub. I use that on chicken a lot. I'll just do both sides of it here. A little of that, maybe a little bit of kosher salt as well. Alright, now flip it over and do the other side. When I cut a chicken in half, I don't cut it directly down the center, directly down the spine. I cut off to one side of the spine because it's easier to cut. It's too hard to cut directly through the spine, so if you do off to one side, you're just cutting through the ribs. I use that utility knife right there. So this is the bigger half. So, you know, one side's going to be bigger and one side is going to be a little smaller. So I cooked the smaller side last night, so this is the bigger side. So hopefully this will cook through okay. I'm going to brown the skin side of the chicken before I add the rice. So I put this on the saute setting on high, and I'm adding a little bit of oil. This is avocado oil. Now, chicken does tend to stick. I have problems with the skin sticking a lot of the time. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes if you add a little bit of liquid, that'll help it release. So I'll get that in there. It's kind of a tight squeeze. I don't know how well that's going to brown up. Kind of spin it around to get it kind of coated with oil so it doesn't stick too bad. I don't know how well that'll brown, but it doesn't fit down in there perfectly, but we'll just do the best we can here. So I'm going to let that brown for about 5 minutes, and then we'll add the rice and flip it over. While the chicken is browning, I put 1.5 cups of warm water in that pitcher there, and I'm going to add some Better Than bouillon to it, spoonful of it. This is vegetable base, so it's vegetable flavor. It comes in different flavors. It comes in chicken flavor as well, but this is what I have. So this is what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to dissolve that in the water. This has been browning for about 10 minutes. I shut the pot off a couple of minutes ago to let it cool down a little bit. It kind of feels like it's stuck. Like I said, that happens. So what I'm going to do is pour this bouillon in there, water mixed with bouillon, and see if that helps it release. Let's see here. A lot of times the darn chicken skin will stick and then it pulls the skin off the chicken. So let's see what happens here. It's holding on pretty tight. Alright, it looks pretty good. It pulled off on that spot right there, but the rest of it looks good. Now, I'm going to add 1 cup of long grain brown rice, and I kind of mix that up. Alright. And I'll put the chicken back in that way. I have some carrots, so I'm going to try adding like 3 carrots too and see what happens. I don't know how that'll work, but I just like to try things and see what happens. So we'll get those in there. And let's see. I must have seasoned a little bit more seasoning on top because it kind of came off when it stuck. So give it just a little bit more color. Now we'll get the lid on there. I'm going to cook this on the rice setting, and I think that's automatic, but I'm going to let the pressure release naturally on its own, so it'll be in the pot just a little bit longer to make sure the chicken's cooked. It's been 33 minutes and the pot went through the cooking cycle and shut off, so you can see that pressure pin is still up. I'm just going to wait until that drops on its own, because as long as everything's in the pot, it keeps cooking, so I want to make sure my chicken is cooked. Everything's been in the pot for 45 minutes and the pressure pin just dropped. So I guess we'll check it and see what it looks like here. I'll let this cool down for a few minutes so we don't steam up the camera here. This chicken leg looks pretty tender. I think it ought to be done. Oh yeah, that looks good. Let me grab a plate and we'll try some out. This is some of the best chicken rice I've ever cooked. That brown rice doesn't get mushy and all the juice from the chicken cooked into it, so it has a lot of flavor. The rice is super good. The carrots are fork tender. They're good as well. Let's see how the chicken is here. I think I can just pull it right apart. Oh yeah, look at that. That just pulls right apart. Looks pretty juicy. Wing just pulls off of there. Let's see how the breast looks. See if it looks dry. No, not at all. Looks good. You know what I might do is just shred this up and mix it in with the rice. It actually looks real good. Not bad at all. Try a bite. That's really good. Organic chicken does taste better. Has a cleaner taste. Let's see what Annie thinks. Isn't there a company, Annie's Organic something? I don't know. Seems like there is. Inhaled. Annie approved. Well, I'd say that's a winner chicken dinner, and it's pretty easy to make. Anyway, I'll write everything in the description like usual. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.